Have you ever walked into a room and felt something change almost imperceptibly? It wasn't the sound, it wasn't the light, but there was something in the air. Something invisible, intangible, but undeniable. That something is you. Before you even say a word, your energy is already there. She arrives before you. It's subtle but powerful. It's magnetic, but also challenging. This happens because your aura, the invisible field that carries who you are, has a weight that few people can ignore. Carl Jung, the great explorer of the human psyche, called this self, the organizing center of our existence. It's where mind, body, and soul meet to create something unique. When this integration happens, your presence becomes more than physical. It vibrates. It echoes. And some people may feel this as uncomfortably strong. But why does this happen? Why do some people seem to take up more space than others, even without effort? Why do some feel intimidated or fascinated simply by being around you? The answer lies in the strength of your aura. An energy that does not try to impress, but that inevitably transforms the environment around it. In this video, we'll explore the signs that reveal when your aura is so powerful that it can stir the emotions of those around you. These signs are reflections of something bigger, the coherence between who you are inside and what you radiate outwardly. You will understand that these reactions from others have not so much to do with you, but with what they see in themselves through you. The truth is that having a strong aura is not about being special or superior. It's about living authentically, integrated and aligned with who you really are. And this, as simple as it may seem, can be disturbing for those who still live hiding parts of themselves. So if you've ever noticed that people react to you in ways they can't explain, stay until the end of this video. Let's unveil together the first signs that show that your energy is more powerful than you imagine. And most importantly, you will begin to recognize the silent impact your presence creates in the world without even realizing it. Because here's the secret, your aura doesn't need permission to exist. It is simply there, vibrating, speaking, touching. And today, we will learn to listen to it. Now that we understand the concept of an aura and how it works, let's explore the first 5 signs that indicate your energy is so powerful that it can impact others in profound ways. These signs are reflections of something bigger, the coherence between who you are internally and what you radiate to the world. They reveal that your presence is not just physical, but vibrational. Let's get started. Sign 1. Your presence is striking, even without effort. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to disappear from memory as soon as they leave a room, while others remain alive in people's minds, even if they have said little or nothing? This has nothing to do with what they say, but with what they emanate. It is the subtle density of your energy. Jung explained that the human psyche transcends the limits of the physical body. It is there before you even open your mouth. When there is coherence between who you are internally and what you project externally, your energy becomes unforgettable. It's not something you force, it's simply who you are. Like an invisible perfume, its presence is felt by everyone, even if it cannot be seen. It awakens deep emotions, memories, and reactions. If this happens to you, know that your energy carries a unique signature, and that is exactly what makes it so powerful. Sign 2. Your energy expands or threatens others. Your presence is not neutral. It activates, amplifies, and provokes reactions. When you enter a space, your energy touches deep psychic layers in others without you even realizing it. Jung called this the shadow, everything we repress, reject, or forget in order to be accepted by society. When you appear with an authentic and clear aura, this shadow may feel threatened. Not because you are doing something wrong, but because you represent something that the other person cannot yet integrate into themselves. The truth can be uncomfortable for those who still live behind masks. Some people may project their own insecurities onto you, seeing arrogance where there is only authenticity or threat where there is only truth. But there is another side. For those ready to change, its energy can be liberating. You become a portal to courage, connection, and growth. It all depends on the internal state of those around you. Sign 3. Animals, children, and nature recognize your energy. The instinctive world, represented by animals, children, and nature, responds directly to the energy you carry. Animals, especially, have a sensitivity that goes beyond human perception. They are not impressed by status, appearance, or tone of voice. They read intention, vibration, and emotional state. A dog may feel fear, affection, or peace before you even speak. This is because they connect with the pure truth that your aura conveys. Likewise, children have not yet been completely shaped by social norms, so they perceive the world through their energy, not their words. A balanced and genuine aura creates instant confidence, while chaotic or repressed energy can cause discomfort. If you've ever noticed that animals and children naturally gravitate towards you, this is a direct reflection of the purity and coherence of your energy. Sign 4. You intimidate without trying. You enter a room calmly, with no intention of dominating, but you notice that other people's defenses begin to rise. Postures become rigid, voices tense, and forced smiles appear in response to your presence. This can be difficult to accept, especially if you value respect and avoid any behavior that may come across as arrogant. However, what intimidates is not what you do, but what you stand for. For someone trapped in their own social mask, their authenticity can feel like a threat. You don't need to lower your shine to please others. That would be a subtle way of betraying yourself. Some people will be inspired by your quiet strength, while others will react with resistance. This is not your responsibility. You are not here to adjust your light to the comfort of others. Sign 5. You change the energy of a space. Sometimes you notice it, sometimes you don't, but when you enter a room, something changes. People straighten up, looks shift away, voices fall silent for a few seconds. The mood of the environment seems to adjust. This phenomenon is not conscious control, it is the energy field that you carry. Barbara Brennan, scientist and healer, explained that the human energy field extends far beyond the physical body. He interacts with everything around him, including people, environments, and emotional atmospheres. When your energy is aligned and true, it organizes the space around you, even effortlessly. Jung called this symbolic presence. Its energy carries archetypes that activate the collective unconscious. You don't need to say anything for your presence to make an impact. These 5 signs show that your aura is more than an invisible field. It is an extension of who you are. In the next part, we'll explore the upcoming signs and how they reveal even more about the power of your energy. Now that we've explored the first 5 signs of a powerful aura, let's move on to the next 4. These signs reveal how your energy not only impacts others, but also how it connects with the unseen world around you. They show that their presence is not just physical, but vibrational, something that goes beyond words and directly touches the collective unconscious. Sign 6. Your intuition reads people and spaces effortlessly. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt like something was out of place, even though everything seemed normal? Or noticed that someone was uncomfortable, even if they were smiling? This is not luck or coincidence, it's your intuition operating on a deep level. Jung called this the language of the self, a form of internal communication that does not depend on logic or explanation. When your aura is aligned and authentic, it becomes a finely tuned antenna, capable of picking up subtle frequencies that others ignore. You feel tensions in the air, you notice when someone is pretending to be okay, and you identify manipulative or safe energies. This perception can be uncomfortable at times, because it reveals truths before the facts are even clear. But it's also a powerful tool, as it protects you from toxic situations and helps you navigate the world with more clarity. Sign 7. Superficial conversations exhaust you. Small conversations are like an invisible weight for you. You try to participate, smile, wave, talk about the weather or trivial matters, but something inside you begins to withdraw. It's not that you don't like people, it's that your energy rejects empty interactions. Your aura knows when there is genuine presence, and when it is just words piled up to fill the silence. During these exchanges, you feel your energy dropping, your chest tightening, and your mind wandering. It's like a part of you says, "There's nothing here for me." You are not made to maintain social masks. Your presence demands presence, true connection, genuine listening, and real contact. It's not about wanting deep conversations all the time, but about seeking the truth in interactions. Jung explained that we become whole by integrating the unconscious, and superficiality is the opposite of that. It's avoiding looking, it's pretending, it's talking in circles to avoid the center. By simply existing, you point to the center. Sign 8. The shadows of others are projected onto you. The more whole your energy, the more it activates what others have repressed. You don't need to say a word, simply existing is enough. Suddenly, the reactions begin: exaggerated admiration, unfounded criticism, silent distancing. Jung explained that the shadow is everything we suppress, reject, or forget in order to be accepted. When you show up authentically, your presence reveals what others are still trying to hide. Your aura acts like a mirror, and not everyone is ready to see themselves in it. The key here is to learn to distinguish between what is truly yours and what is being projected onto you. Being the target of projections is not a punishment, it is a sign that you radiate light. Everything that is illuminated reveals shadow. Sign 9. Your silences speak louder than your words. Silence is a form of energetic containment. This is when you hold on to your energy instead of wasting it on unnecessary explanations or attempts to please. In this contained space, something rare is born: presence. Presence is what fills a room effortlessly. It's when someone comes in and changes the environment without saying a word. This type of energy does not shout, it is not justified, it simply exists. And this quiet being is what really attracts attention. People feel this, even without knowing why. People with strong auras know that they don't need to explain everything all the time. They know that silence can be more expressive than any speech. They know that, often, what is not said carries more power than 1,000 words. Conscious silence radiates self-confidence. It shows that you are comfortable in your own presence, that you don't need to take up space to prove your worth. Your energy speaks for you. These 4 signs show that your aura is not just an invisible field, but an extension of who you are. She reads, feels, reflects, and transforms the world around her. In the next part, we'll explore the latest signs and how they reveal even more about the lasting impact of your energy. Now that we've explored the first 9 signs of a powerful aura, let's move on to the next 3. These signs reveal how your energy not only impacts others in the present moment, but also leaves lasting marks, even when you are no longer physically present. They show that your presence is more than a momentary interaction. It echoes, transforms, and remains in the collective unconscious. Sign 10. People open up to you without explanation. Have you ever met someone and within minutes realized they were sharing deep secrets? Maybe they talked about childhood traumas, hidden fears, or buried dreams, things they would normally keep to themselves. This happens because your aura creates a safe field, a space where masks can be removed without judgment. Jung explained that the human unconscious always seeks ways to express itself, but needs a stable container to do so. When you show up with a balanced, calm, non-judgmental energy, you become that vessel. People feel like they can trust you, even if they barely know you. They are not talking to you, they are speaking through you. It is as if your presence is a door to something greater, a portal to healing, liberation, or simply authenticity. You don't need to ask questions or encourage deep conversations. Just be there, in silence, with your firm and welcoming energy. This phenomenon is not about you being special, it's about you being stable. And stability, in a chaotic world, is rare and precious. Sign 11. Your freedom bothers those who are still hidden. There is something about your way of living that disturbs those who are still tied to social standards, roles, or expectations. It's not something you do intentionally, it's simply who you are. Jung called this individuation, the process of becoming whole, authentic, and aligned with your inner truth. When you experience this integration, your energy radiates freedom. And this freedom can be uncomfortable for those who are still hiding parts of themselves. People who live behind masks need everyone around them to do the same. When you show up in your raw authenticity, you expose their contradictions, not critically, but simply by existing. Your way of life whispers, without words. What about you? Are you still pretending? This silent question can cause irritation, resentment, or even hostility. But there's another side. For those ready to change, his energy can be inspiring. You become an invitation for them to seek their own freedom too. You don't need to say anything, your life is already a clear message. Sign 12. Your presence continues to be felt even after you are gone. Have you ever left a room and realized that your energy was still there, vibrating in the air? Maybe people commented on it, saying things like, "It feels like you're still here," or "The atmosphere felt different after you left." This is no coincidence, it is the weight of your aura. Powerful energy does not disappear instantly. It leaves symbolic marks, impressions that remain in the space and on people. Barbara Brennan explained that the human energy field is like an invisible extension of who we are. It interacts with everything around us, leaving subtle traces that can be felt even after we are physically gone. When your energy is authentic and coherent, it creates a resonance that echoes for hours, days, or even longer. Some people may feel comfort in this resonance, while others may feel uncomfortable. It all depends on their emotional and psychological state. The important thing is to understand that your presence is not ephemeral. It has a lasting impact. Even in silence, even absent, your energy continues to touch the world around you. These 3 signs show that your aura is not just a momentary reflection of who you are, it is a continuous force that transforms, inspires, and remains. In the next part, we will explore the last sign and how it synthesizes the full power of your energy. We have reached the final point of this journey, but before closing, I want you to reflect on everything we have explored so far. Each of the signs we've discussed, from your striking presence to the lasting impact of your energy, reveals something profound. Your aura is more than an invisible field. She is a living extension of who you are. She carries her truth, her story, and her transformative potential. And now, as we come to the end, I want to summarize what this all means for you and how it can change the way you see yourself in the world. Sign 13. Your inner journey has shaped the energy you radiate. Everything you feel, live, and experience internally is reflected in your aura. This vibrational force is not born ready-made. It is built over time, through choices, challenges, and moments of authenticity. Jung explained that we become whole by facing our shadow, those parts of ourselves that we would rather hide. When you face your own vulnerability, your pain, your fears, and your imperfections, something extraordinary happens. Your energy strengthens. Not because you eliminated your darkness, but because you learned to live with it. You stopped running away. And that courage, that integration, is what gives your aura the weight that other people feel. Now think about this. When people react to your energy, whether with admiration, resistance, or projections, they are actually reacting to what you represent. You are a living reflection of what is possible when someone chooses to live in alignment with themselves. This can be uncomfortable for those still stuck in social masks, but it can also be inspiring for those who are ready to change. His aura not only disturbs, she also invites. She doesn't just expose, she also welcomes. What do these signs really mean? The signals we explore are not just isolated features. They are reflections of a larger process. Your striking presence, your sharp intuition, your ability to alter environments, all of this points to something bigger. You are living an authentic life. And living authentically is not easy. It requires courage. It demands that you face your own demons, that you embrace your vulnerability, and that you choose to be true to yourself even when the world tries to shape you differently. But here's the truth. Your energy doesn't need permission to exist. She simply and that is enough to impact others. Some people may feel threatened by its light, while others will find it a beacon of hope. You are not here to please everyone. You are here to be yourself. And that, in itself, is already revolutionary. How to apply this to your life? If you've recognized some of these signs in yourself, know that this is no accident. It is the result of your inner journey, the battles you faced, and the choices you made along the way. But it is also an invitation to continue growing. Here are some final thoughts to guide you. Accept your energy without fear. Don't try to dim your light to fit into spaces that weren't made for you. Your energy is powerful because it is true. And that power is not something to be feared, but celebrated. Be aware of the impact you create. Your presence is not neutral. She touches others in ways you don't always realize. Use this as an opportunity to spread positivity, compassion, and clarity. Don't take projections personally. When people react negatively to your energy, remember that it says more about them than it does about you. They are casting their own shadows. Your role is not to solve this, it's simply keeping your light on. Continue your inner journey. The strength of your aura is not a final destination, it is an ongoing process. Continue exploring your inner layers, facing your shadows and integrating your contradictions. The more whole you become, the more powerful your energy becomes. A final message: your energy is a gift. You are not here by chance. Your presence in the world is necessary. You might not notice it every day, but every time you enter a space, you change something. You touch someone. You leave an invisible mark that can resonate for hours, days, or even years. And that's not something everyone can do. Jung said that the collective unconscious reacts to what it has not yet integrated. You are one of those people who carry something that the world is still trying to understand. You are a silent invitation for others to awaken as well. Not to change them, but to remind them of who they really are. So here's my final challenge to you. How will you use your energy to inspire others? How will you honor your truth without fear of the reactions it may cause? Because in the end, your aura is not about you. It's about what you awaken in the world simply by existing. If this video brought you any clarity or inspiration, share it in the comments. My energy speaks before me. This will be our silent password, a recognition among those who know. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive more videos like this. Until next time.